Heartburn and GERD can significantly impact your daily life, affecting sleep and dietary choices. Today, we are going to explore practical strategies for managing these conditions. GERD affects millions of people, sometimes so severely that they avoid foods they love and lose sleep every night. But here's the good news. Understanding GERD is the first step to conquering it. Stick around because by the end of this video, you will have a complete science-backed toolkit to beat acid reflux and heartburn. I am Bimal Mahajan, founder and CEO of Gutsphere, and this masterclass will provide evidence-based insights to help you understand and address your symptoms. I have got a powerful remedy that you'll only hear if you watch to the end. Before we dive in, I want to make something clear. I am not a doctor. I'm someone who has battled GI issues firsthand, and through years of research, trial, and personal experimentation, I've learned what truly works. My goal isn't to replace medical advice, but to share science-backed insights that can empower you to take control of your gut health. Every tip and strategy I present is based on my extensive reading, conversations with experts, and real-world experience. So you can make informed decisions about your health and experiment what works best for you. If you have severe or persistent symptoms, always consult a healthcare provider or doctor. All right, let's kick things off by getting to know our GERD. This chapter is all about understanding what GERD is, how it works, and why it's causing you trouble. So, what is GERD? It's short for Gastroesophageal Reflux Disease, a fancy way of saying your stomach acid is staging a rebellion. Normally, when you eat, food goes down your esophagus into your stomach, and everything stays there where it belongs. But with GERD, that acid flows back into your esophagus. Think of it like a leaky pipe. That's what causes the irritation, inflammation, and oh, not so fun, burning feeling we call heartburn. Now, occasional heartburn, no big deal. Maybe you had too much pizza or that extra spicy taco. But it's happening more than twice a week. That's when doctors say, hey, this might be GERD. It's chronic, and if left unchecked, it can do some real damage to your esophagus. At the center of this chaos is something called the lower esophageal sphincter, or LES. Picture it as a bouncer at a nightclub. It's this ring of muscle where esophagus meets your stomach. Its job: let food in, keep acid out. When it's working right, it opens for a bite of your food, then slams the door shut. But with GERD, the bouncer's slacking. Either it's too weak or it's letting acid sneak out when it could not or should not. See this, a strong LES is like a tight rubber band. If it's weak or overstretched, acid escapes and you feel the burn. Things like too much stomach acid, slow digestion called gastroparesis, or even a hiatal hernia can mess with this bouncer. A hiatal hernia is when part of your stomach pushes up through your diaphragm, like a guest crashing the party, making it harder for the LES to do its job. GERD comes into two flavors, one erosive and second non-erosive. Erosive GERD is when the acid wears down your esophagus so much you can see the damage, like ulcers, on an endoscopy. And non-erosive, you feel the pain, but there is no visible harm. Crazy, right? It can still ruin your day just as much. So why does this happen? Obesity is a big one. Extra weight around your belly pushes the stomach. Smoking weakens the LES. Nicotine's not your best friend here. Pregnancy can trigger it thanks to the hormones and a growing baby pressing the things. Now that we know what GERD is, let's figure out what's setting it off for you. Triggers are like that match that lights the fire. They are different for everyone, but there are some usual suspects. That's why you need to keep a journal. Let's talk about diet. Food-wise, watch out for spicy stuff. Think chili peppers or hot sauce. Citrus fruits like oranges and lemons, tomatoes. Chocolate, mint, and fatty or fried foods can all stir the pot. And what about drinks? Alcohol, especially red wine, carbonated sodas, coffee, and even tea can be a troublemaker. What about garlic and onions? They're delicious, but they might not love you back. But it's not just food. Lifestyle play a huge role. What about stress and anxiety? They crank up stomach acid and relax that alias bouncer. We talk about smoking. We have covered that. It's a double whammy. Tight jeans or belts, they squeeze your stomach, pushing acid up. Overeating or lying down right after the meal, that's practically an invitation for reflux. So, how to identify the triggers? As we talk about, for that, you need to start journaling. Your journal is not just about noting foods, it's about becoming a scientist of your own body. Note symptom severity on a scale, time of onset, and if possible, even the pH of your saliva using test strips. This level of details help pinpoint specific triggers and patterns. That's why we have developed the Gutsphere app to help you record, identify triggers and patterns. You can find the link to download in the description. Jot down what you eat, how stressed you are, and when symptoms hit. After a week or two or three, you'll spot the patterns. Maybe it's that late night snack or that third cup of coffee. Once you know your triggers, you can dodge them like a pro. And want to take it a notch up? Try elimination diet. Cut out suspects like dairy or spicy foods for a couple of weeks. Then add them back one by one. If heartburn flares off, bam, you have found a culprit. As I said, it's like being a detective in your own kitchen. Okay, let's get real for a second. Ignoring GERD isn't about discomfort. It can lead to some serious stuff. Chronic acid reflux can cause esophagitis, which is inflammation that damages your esophagus. Over time, that can turn into strictures, scarring that narrow things, making swallowing tough. And then there is Barrett's esophagus, where the lining changes and ups your risk for esophageal cancer. Yeah, cancer itself. Rare, but it's a wake-up call to take this seriously. That's why early action matters. Regular checkups with your doctor, maybe an endoscopy to peek inside, can catch problems before they escalate. Don't wait for things to get bad and be proactive. Ever heard of H. pylori? It's bacterium that lives in your stomach. Its role in GERD is tricky. It might lower acid for some, but for others, it stirs up inflammation that makes things worse. Your doctor can test it for it if they think it's a player. And your gut health ties into this too. Your microbiome, those trillions of bacteria in your gut, needs balance. When it's off, called dysbiosis, it can fuel inflammation and mess with digestion, making GERD nastier. A healthy gut can be a game changer, and we'll talk about more later. So, inflammation's the real troublemaker here. Acid hitting your esophagus over and over sparks an immune response, making symptoms worse and paving the way for more complications. But here's the good news. You can fight it. Anti-inflammatory foods, think fruits, veggies, whole grains, olive oil, and fish, can cool things down. Cutting out junk food, sugar, and booze helps too. Add in exercise, good sleep, and hydration, and you are building an anti-GERD fortress. Last thing, your brain and your gut are besties. Stress and anxiety talk to your stomach through the gut-brain axis, ramping up acid or loosening the LES. Ever notice heartburn gets worse when you are stressed? That's why calming your mind matters. Mindful meditation, even deep breathing like this can help. We'll dive deeper into these tricks later. So that's chapter 1. We have decoded GERD, found triggers, and seen why we can't ignore it. Up next, we're tackling immediate relief, how to stop heartburn fast when it hits. Don't go anywhere. Now that we know what we are up against, let's talk about putting out the fire fast. This chapter is all about immediate relief when heartburn strikes. Whether you're at home or out and about, these tips will have you feeling better in no time. First up, antacid. These are the classic go-to for heartburn. How do they work? They're like superhero swooping in to neutralize stomach acid. They have got ingredients like calcium carbonate, think Tums, or magnesium hydroxide, like milk of magnesia. When they hit that acid, they turn into water and salts, dousing the burn. Using them right is the key. Chew tablets well, shake liquids before pouring, and stick to the dose on the level. They kick in fast, sometimes in minutes, but they are a short-term fix, not a cure. Overdo it, and you might get constipation from calcium ones or diarrhea from magnesium. Long term, they can mess with your nutrient absorption. So if you are popping them daily, chat with your doctor. Next, alginates. Think Gaviscon. These are cool because they come from seaweed and create a barrier, like a raft floating on your stomach contents. That raft blocks acid from creeping up into your esophagus. Some even have antacids for a double whammy. They're awesome after meals or at night since the barrier hangs out longer. Just follow the instructions and check with your doctor if you have got other health stuff going on. Now, H2 blockers like famotidine or cimetidine. These guys don't just neutralize acid, they cut down how much your stomach makes. They block histamines, a chemical that tells your stomach, more acid please. Relief lasts hours, not minutes, making them great for nighttime or preventing heartburn. And take them as directed, usually once or twice a day. Heads up though, side effects like headaches or dizziness can pop up, so keep your doctor in the loop. Let's clear up something about proton pump inhibitors or PPI. They're a heavy hitter for GERD, but not for lasting relief. PPIs like omeprazole reduce acid big time, but they take hours or days to kick in. If heartburn hits now, grab an antacid or H2 blockers instead. PPIs for the long game. Think healing your esophagus or managing chronic GERD. Your doctor will guide you, but don't pop them randomly. It's not how they work. Now let's talk about long-term PPI use. While they are incredibly effective for managing severe GERD, it's essential to understand that they are not without potential risks. Prolonged use of PPIs can significantly alter your stomach's pH. Remember, stomach acid plays a vital role in killing bacteria that enters your digestive system. When this acid is suppressed for extended periods, it can create an environment where bacteria can thrive in the small intestine, leading to small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or SIBO. Again, it's not just about SIBO. A healthy gut is a complex ecosystem, and PPIs can disrupt this delicate balance. This disruption can lead to increased susceptibility to infections, vitamin deficiencies, and even increased risk of certain chronic diseases. All right, heartburn strikes and you're caught without your usual remedies. Don't panic. We have got some quick at-home fixes that can provide relief. Let's dive in. First up, chewing gum. Yes, really. Chewing stimulates saliva production, and saliva is naturally alkaline, meaning it can help neutralize that excess stomach acid. Plus, the act of chewing can help you swallow more often, pushing the acid down back where it belongs. Aim for sugar-free gum to avoid added sugars that could potentially worsen things for some individuals. Next, plain water. Simple but effective. Sipping water can dilute the stomach acid, providing a soothing effect. It also helps wash away any lingering acid in your esophagus. Now, some people find milk helpful as well, but be cautious. The fat content in milk can actually trigger reflux in some individuals. So if you are sensitive to fat, stick with water. This one might seem obvious, but it's often overlooked. Loosen your clothing, especially around your abdomen. Tight belts, waistbands, or even fitted clothing can put extra pressure on your stomach, forcing acid up into your esophagus. And loosening can provide immediate relief. Gravity is your friend. Sit upright or even better, stand. Avoid lying down, especially after eating. This helps keep the acid where it belongs in your stomach. If you are experiencing nighttime heartburn, try elevating the head of your bed by 6 to 8 inches. You can use bed risers or wedge or pillow. Don't just top yourself off with extra pillows, as it can bend at the waist, increasing pressure on your stomach. And this one requires a bit of planning. Try to avoid eating at least 3 hours before bedtime. This gives your stomach time to empty before you lie down, reducing the risk of nighttime reflux. That's a huge one for many people. Now let's talk about baking soda. This is a classic remedy, but not a long-term one. I've talked about this in one of the videos. Dissolving about half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water can neutralize acid. However, this is for occasional use only. Baking soda is high in sodium, and excessive use can lead to bloating, gas, and even electrolyte imbalances. So use it sparingly. I told before, stress can significantly exacerbate heartburn. Deep breathing can help calm your nervous system and reduce stress-induced symptoms. Let's try it together. Find a comfortable position, inhale slowly through your nose and deeply through your nose for a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold for a count of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeat this cycle for 5 to 10 minutes. This technique helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and reduces stress. Finally, portion control. Eating smaller, more frequent meals can reduce the pressure within your stomach, making reflux less likely. Overloading your stomach is a common trigger, so try to eat smaller, more manageable portions throughout the day. Listen to your body's hunger cues and avoid overeating. This is a very simple change that can have a large impact. Remember, these remedies provide temporary relief. If your heartburn is frequent or severe, please consult your doctor. These tools to use in conjunction with lifestyle changes and medical advice as needed. And one last tip to manage your meds smartly. PPIs. Take them 30 to 60 minutes before a meal. H2 blockers, with food or without food, check the levels. Alginates, after meals or before bed. Watch for interactions. Antacids can block other drugs, so space them out by 2 hours. PPIs might mess with blood thinners or nutrients like B12. If you're stopping PPIs, taper off slowly with your doctor's help to avoid a nasty acid rebound. So that's your immediate relief toolkit. These tricks can save the day, but for lasting peace, we are heading into lifestyle changes next. Stick around. We have put out the fire. Now let's keep it from flaring up again. This chapter is about transforming your lifestyle for long-term GERD relief. It's not just dodging triggers, it's building a healthier you. Let's start with food. It's your superpower. The alkaline diet's a hot topic. It's about eating foods that balance your body's pH and ease reflux. Load up on leafy greens, spinach, kale, root veggies like carrots and beets, and non-citrus foods like bananas or melons. These can neutralize acids and cut inflammation. And try this. Steam some broccoli, toss it with olive oil, and pair it with grilled chicken. Simple and soothing. Below is a list of foods to avoid and add for GERD prevention and management. So foods to avoid: common triggers. Spicy foods, chilies, hot peppers, hot sauce, and heavily spiced dishes can irritate the esophagus. Citrus fruits, oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits are highly acidic. Tomatoes and tomato-based products, ketchup, pasta sauce, and pizza can exacerbate reflux. Chocolate contains caffeine and other compounds that can relax the LES. Mint, while often thought to be soothing, mint can relax the LES, allowing acid to flow back up. Garlic and onions, these can increase stomach acid production. Fatty fried foods, high-fat foods slow down digestion and relax the LES. Alcohol, especially red wine, relaxes the LES and increases stomach acid. Carbonated beverages, these increase stomach pressures. Coffee and caffeinated beverages. Caffeine can increase stomach acid. And the foods to add: GERD-friendly option. Leafy green vegetables, spinach, kale, and collard greens are low in acid and high in fiber. Non-citrus foods, bananas, melons, and berries are generally well tolerated. So lean protein such as chicken, fish, beans, and lentils are good sources of protein without excess fat. And whole grains, brown rice, quinoa, and oats provide fiber and nutrients. And healthy fats, olive oil, avocado, and nuts can be included in moderation. Yogurt, plain and unsweetened, can provide probiotics which may help with digestion. And ginger in moderation has anti-inflammatory properties. So avoid the troublemakers, spicy, fatty, acidic, processed stuff. Swap frying for baking or steaming. Check levels too. Watch for sneaky triggers like high fructose corn syrup. Low FODMAP might help if bloating is an issue. It causes carbs that mess with digestions. Small meals spaced out, chew slowly, give your stomach a break. No eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Next, weight and exercise. Extra pounds, especially around your middle, pushes your stomach, which is bad news for GERD. Low impact moves like walking, 30 minutes a day, or swimming are perfect. Yoga is a gym. Try downward dog to stretch and relax. Core work like planks strengthen digestion support, but skip crunches. They can trigger reflux. Exercise also fights stress, which we will hit next. Sleep is your healing time. Elevate your bed's head 6 to 8 inches higher. Gravity keeps acid down. Sleep on the left side is the best position for digestion. No screens an hour before bed. Read instead. And stress is a GERD's bully. Try this out. Sit quietly. Breathe in for 4, out for 8, 5 times. And even meditation apps or gut-directed hypnotherapy can level up your calm. Journaling your worries works too. Get them out of your head. Hydration is simple but huge. At least 8 glasses a day. Dilute acid. Even drink more. Skip soda, booze, caffeine, citrus juices. Herbal teas like chamomile? Yes, please. And quit smoking. It's tough, but it weakens your LES. I have repeated 3 times in the video. Loose clothes over tight ones and limit alcohol. Again, small changes, big wins. These shifts can tame GERD for good. Next, we are going advanced medical options and more. Welcome to Chapter 4. Lifestyle is our foundation, but sometimes we need to add extra firepower. Let's explore more advanced strategies and medical help for GERD. First, know when to call the pros. Severe chest pain, trouble swallowing, blood in the vomit or stool, or sudden weight loss, get to a doctor ASAP. These could signal big troubles. Tests like endoscopy, where they scope your esophagus, or pH monitoring to track acid levels help pinpoint what's up. Manometry checks muscle function. Your doc will decode the results and plan your next move. For stubborn GERD, PPIs like omeprazole are the big guns, but they slash acid production. They are great for healing damage, but long-term use needs watching. Think B12 or magnesium dips. Prokinetics might speed digestion, but they are less common. Stick to your doctor's script and don't quit the cold turkey. Surgery is on the table if meds fail. Fundoplication wraps the stomach around the LES to tighten it. LINX, LINX is a ring of magnets that boost the barrier. DIF and ARMSA are endoscopic options, which are less invasive. These are for severe cases or complications. Your surgeon will weigh risks and perks. Natural stuff can help too. Ginger tea soothes. Aloe vera might coat your esophagus, just don't overdo it. DZL licorice could ease inflammation, but evidence is shaky. Talk to your doc. They can clash with your mate. Your gut microbiome is a player. This spices ups inflammation. So probiotics from yogurt or supplements might balance it. Postbiotics, bacteria, byproducts could cut inflammation too. FMT is a wild future idea, swapping gut bacteria. And a stress still sneaking in? Hypnotherapy, CBT, or even yoga can rewire your gut-brain link. Picture this, 10 minutes of yoga daily, cat-cow stresses, easing tension and symptoms. At the beginning, I promised to share with you powerful science-backed remedies. Now let's talk about some specific supplements and nutraceuticals that can offer additional support for managing GERD. It's important to remember that these aren't replacement for medical treatment. and you should always consult your doctor before adding them to your regimen. First off, melatonin. Yes, the same hormone that helps you sleep. Emerging research suggests that a melatonin may have protective effects on esophageal mucosa. It might help strengthen the lower esophageal sphincter or ileus and reduce inflammation. I repeat, but it's crucial to consult your doctor, especially if you are taking other medications as well, as there can be interactions. Next, L-glutamine. This amino acid plays a vital role in repairing and maintaining the integrity of your gut lining, including the esophagus. It may help heal damaged tissues and reduce inflammation. However, if you have kidney or liver problems, you must consult your doctor before use. Now let's talk about enzyme supplements. So digestive enzymes like protease, lipase, and amylase can aid in breaking the food down, potentially reducing reflux triggers. They are particularly helpful if you have difficulty digesting certain foods. Choose high-quality enzyme supplements and always follow the recommended dose. Zinc carnosine is another interesting supplement. This compound may help protect the stomach lining by forming a protective barrier and promoting healing. It may also help reduce inflammation and improve GERD symptoms. Again, consult your doctor before use. Let's move on to botanicals. Slippery elm and marshmallow roots are herbal remedies that contain mucilage, a sticky substance that can coat and soothe esophagus. Slippery elm may help coat and soothe the irritated lining, while marshmallow root may provide a soothing effect on the entire digestive tract. Now, it's very important to note that while these botanicals may offer some relief, scientific evidence supporting their efficacy for GERD is limited. They can also interact with medications, so always consult your doctor before using it. When choosing supplements and botanicals, always opt for reputable brands. Read the labels carefully and follow the recommended doses because quality matters. And always remember, supplements and botanicals should be used as a part of comprehensive GERD management plan, which includes lifestyle changes and medical treatment when necessary. By understanding the potential benefits and risks of these supplements and botanicals, you can make the informed decisions about your GERD management. Always prioritize your safety and consult with your healthcare provider for personalized advice. And there you have it, your comprehensive roadmap to conquering GERD. We have journeyed from understanding the intricate mechanisms of this condition to deploying immediate relief strategies and finally embracing the transformative lifestyle. This isn't just about managing symptoms, it's about reclaiming your life, your comfort, and your well-being. I hope this masterclass has provided you with the knowledge and tools. It's time to put them into action. And to make your tracking easier, I highly recommend downloading our Gutsphere app. It's designed to log your symptoms, identify triggers, and monitor your progress, all in one convenient place. You can find the link to download it in the description below. Remember, you are not a passive victim of GERD. You are an active participant in your health. You have the power to make informed choices, to implement changes, and to seek the support you need. And as you make these changes, remember to be patient with yourself. Healing takes time, and will be ups and downs. But with persistence and self-compassion, you can achieve the relief you deserve. I am Bimal Maharzan, and my mission is to empower you to take control of your gut health. If you found this information valuable, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights and practical tips. And most importantly, leave a comment below and let me know which strategy you're going to implement first. And if you have downloaded the app, let me know how it is working for you. Your journey to a GERD-free life starts now. I am here to support you every step of the way.